Hello, guys, and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whiteley, and let me see if I can make this big screen. This is just a test screen. I want to see if a live show works with the Shrewsbury Biscuit. I want to start bringing something that is weekly, just half an hour, just me chatting on the camera here. I don't know how to get me full screen rather than having this. But anyway, hi to the folks that are going to watch and enjoy this. If you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, can I ask if you hit the subscribe button? Please get those subscribes up on YouTube. And yeah, I thought I would just spend a few minutes talking about what I've been up to, the things I've seen, the things I'm going to see, things that are going on at the weekend. I thought it'd just be nice to break things down a little bit and then talk about what's going on. So I hope you guys are well. I do have another show coming up soon on the other side, Inglorious Barstools, so I will be like ducking in and out of this whilst paying attention to what the crew are telling me. So yeah, Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast has been very, very busy over the last couple of weeks. We, of course, we were at Greyfriars Bridge last weekend for the Bellevue opener, which was really, really good. There's live music there. There's lots of people, lots of bustling people, really enjoying each other and out in the sun and then the rain and then the sun and then the rain and then the sun and the rain. You know how British weather be. So yeah, that's how that was. And it was good. It was nice to be out there in the community and speaking to people. I got some really good interviews, which you can hear if you go to Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. You can find it on obviously on Spotify, iTunes, whatever. It's all over the place. And we had some really good interviews. And one of the things that I really got from that opener was how quickly networking is and how it worked for us in regards to an interview I did last week. Obviously that was last weekend, and within a week I was chatting to Tom from Omega Connect up on the town walls there. I spoke to the guys that were selling plants. They were absolutely fantastic behind the microphone, and I really liked Omega and what they were doing, and I wanted to find out more. So I went and did I upload a photo? I've got some photos here somewhere. And I went to speak to Tom. It was a really good time. I'm gonna try and upload these photos. By the way, if we're gonna do this weekly, I will absolutely plan ahead and make sure all photos are uploaded to the studio beforehand because I've got some really good photos from my week. But yeah, I sat with Tom. We had a great chat, and afterwards he took me to the greenhouse for lunch, which was really nice. We had a good chat about the biscuit and what the biscuit's potentials are and stuff. It was really good, and Tom's a lovely guy. And if you want to help support Omega, please go follow them on they're very good on social media. They're on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. They look after carers. And if you want to listen to that podcast, it's out next week. Okay, so I'm uploading photos now. Bear with me, right? I don't want you guys to look at this and think, "Oh my god, this guy's terrible." Look, he's not even paying attention to the screen. This is like a prototype show just to see if this works. And if you guys want to jump in with the comments and stuff, you're more than welcome. Okay, so we're uploading a few photos now. So, here we go. It's starting to all come up. So this is the greenhouse. I've never been here before. This is just on Milk Street. It's a vegetarian restaurant, and I'm not a vegetarian, so I've never really been in there before. And so I went in there. It was very nice. Mike Gumbo from Points Unknown. Yes, Mike, we need to have a drink. So this guy is amazing. He's in America, and we test out beers for the first time. We talk about them, and he's obviously him being American, me being British. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do British beers, and so we did. We sat and drank some Guinness, and he brought some American stuff as well. We definitely need to do that again, Mike. Thank you for your comment. So yeah, not being a vegetarian, I've never really been to the greenhouse before. Really nicely laid out restaurant. It was really warm day, so and I've been climbing up Belmont Bank, which is for you guys, the not from Shrewsbury, is a bank that's like this and then like this and then it's crazy. And I had like 20 kilos of kit, so as usual, I'm hot and I'm breathing and bleh. But yeah, we had a great lunch. And we talked about the biscuit and what Tom said to me, really shocked me. Really, he said that my product isn't the Shrewsbury biscuit as such; it's me. And I was like, no, me being the I'm not low self esteem, whatever you want to call it, but I wasn't like nah. And it's like how I talk about how I bring people together and stuff. I was like, well, that was really nice. But that was my setup from the Amiga office there. That was really cool. And then the weekend was really, really good. I did so much. Oh yeah, there's a picture of Tom there. There he is. Hey, I knew I had a picture of him. So the weekend was great because obviously we had um, the Bellevue exhibition at Barnabas in Colham, which was very nice to go and look at. So many artists I recognised from Drawn. If you remember, I did that great design affair with Cherie Gerard. Got to speak to so many artists. So there's lots of artists I'd recognised, and one of which is my own son. So all the kids from Colham school had supplied a bit of art, and they were all displayed. It was really, really beautiful. And Timmy actually made one himself. There's his picture there in blue of him walking up a path because the theme was journeys, and so some of the kids had done suitcases that they designed. Some kids had made I think it's African sunsets with the silhouettes, and it's really nice, really nice. And then afterwards, we went up. There was a Hive street party. The Hive, for listeners that aren't from Shrewsbury, is it's a charity and that works with musicians, artists, young people, just to give them that inspiration and the tools they need, and maybe a bit of a jump start into becoming the artists they may want to be later on in life. Got the leaflet here. It was really, really nice to have so many people up on Belmont. It was rammed. There were people, there were performers. You went inside the Hive. There were artists and people that make clothes and stuff, all selling their wares, talking to people. And inside the main hall for the Hive, you had Andy McEwen doing this amazing light artwork here installation. Andy is a really good friend of mine. He's been on the show a couple of times. I did to have a little interview with him. Now, for people that are looking at this thinking, oh, it's just lights. This is just, this is what you get at a disc. This stuff is all handmade and hand produced of the highest quality, and he mixes these lights to the music by hand. Andy is a genius when it comes to working with lights. He is the guy that lights up the market hall in Shrewsbury, and I've spoken to him about getting something with the biscuit up there at some point, and he thought that would be a really cool idea. But Andy's a great guy, and he's working on so much at the moment, a lot of which I can't talk about, but we're going to definitely meet up with him soon and talk to him. Good friend of ours, Maggie Love, was walking around, and she was the queen of the street. And I was very shocked to see her dressed as the queen, because I went in this cold. I didn't know I knew Charlie Adler was going to be there. I didn't get a picture of him. Shock horror. Um, but he's a great guy. But me and Charlie have this weird thing going. I don't know. It's weird. If you know the biscuit, you understand. But here's a picture of Maggie. She was dressed as the queen. She looked lovely as me there. I don't know what kind of pose I'm doing there. I grabbed this picture randomly off my phone, not even checking it before I threw it up on the internet for everybody to see. But yeah, Maggie was dressed up as the queen, and in that purse she had a marmalade sandwich, and she charmed the pants of Timmy. But no, she was chatting to Timmy, and she was like, "Guess what I have in my purse?" And she pulled out the marmalade sandwich, and Timmy just, I filled up with joy. So that was really nice. And Maggie's fantastic. That's just a random, again, just a random picture I haven't vetted before. I've just, but yeah, that's there are young actors from Shropshire Youth Theatre there, doing playing scenes and stuff. They're gathering quite a crowd. There was live music. So yeah, the Hive Street Festival was was it? Yeah, festival. There's so many things going on in Shrewsbury with so many different names, parties, streets, events. It's just so much going on. I wrote here circus. I did go to the circus, but I don't think I've shared any pictures. No, I haven't. I did go to the circus. It was fantastic. It was Circus Star. They were in the quarry a couple of years ago, Very, very good circus. A lot of fun. The clown there, Chico, is very, very funny. And he, in fact, oh, well, we should share this picture. He pulled me up on in the middle. When they get volunteers from the audience and stuff, he pulled me out and a load of others. And there were 5 of us, and he spaced 4 of us out, and then he put the one guy in the middle, and then he taped all of us round and round, and then he taped my head up and stuff for my hat, and the one guy was in the middle, and then he started playing the Rocky music. It was really funny. Oh, Angelic Barr. Hi, Ange. She says, "I love the boxing match," and that's what it was. Yeah, I was literally a post from the ring, and it gave me a bell to ring, and ding ding, round 1. And the one guy, so they put the boxing gloves up and they're dancing around. It was all for fun, obviously. It wasn't actually going to lever him in the face and stuff. And so he was like, ding ding. So I went to, but the bell was it wasn't designed to go ding ding. As you pulled back, it created an extra ding. So it was like ding ding ding, and he was like, "What's good?" And he was shouting at me and stuff, going, it's ding ding. It was really, really fun. If they come back into town, Circus Star, I'll definitely check them out. What else have we got? Tomorrow I have a really cool interview that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be speaking to the mayor tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to speaking to her. She's coming around my house. Every year I do like to speak to the mayor just to give, like, it's not like I don't do interviews to catch people out. If you listen to the Biscuit, if you've been on the Biscuit, you understand it's all just like very relaxed, very chilled out conversation. So I'm not speaking to the mayor to catch people out. What's your political views? I like to just find out about people. When you think of the mayor, what do you think of? You think of a person that turns up in a suit with a chain and cuts a ribbon to open a new Marks and Spencer or something. I don't know, but no, I don't. Every year I've spoken to the mayor and I found out a little bit about them. And you know what? In some cases, I've made friends. Like Phil Gillam I consider a very good friend of mine. Julian, I love to bits. So if I see him, we'll have a good chat. I'll have a cough with there. Nobody wants to hear that. So it has a human element to the mayor and to that role. So I'm looking forward to speaking to her, mayoress, should I say, mayoress. I had to Google the other day, how do you address the mayor? I had to Google it because I was like, what's the correct way of doing this? I just need to call Moose. Moose is my co-host, by the way, from Glorious Barstools, Moose Cooper. And we're in a group, obviously, and we're chatting about how today's show's going to go. And I nearly called him. He would have been fine with that. But yeah, the mayor. What was it? She's here. So it's Councillor Elizabeth Roberts. And I was like, hello, Madam Mayoress. That's what I put. Madam Mayoress. That's how you're meant to address the mayor. When it's a lady. Otherwise, it's Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I'm looking forward to chatting to her. But the weekend after that, I've got there's so much going on this weekend. So much going on that I am struggling to sort of cover. I'm never going to cover everything with the Shoes of Biscuit. It's never going to happen. Let's get real. There was a team of us. Shane has got a job on nights, couldn't commit. He's having a break. Jules moved up to Scotland. So it's just me at the moment. It is just me, and Phil Morris will join me to take pictures and come on the mic as well. He's amazing. James Warman, very good photographer. He, if I'm pretty sure if I said to James, "Yo, I've got a thing. Can you help me?" He would. But as far as like content and going out and getting it is concerned, it is just me at the moment. So there is of course the food festival. The beloved food festival is returning into the Quarry, which is I'm really excited for. I'm going to be there Saturday, and there's pictures here of them setting up in the glorious sunshine. Very much of the same I expect from the food festival. It doesn't need to be anything different because every year it's fantastic. There's lots of local food creators there. There's food vendors out there you can buy from, but there's the live talks as well. There's the cook-alongs. There is genuinely so much to see at the Shrewsbury Food Festival. So if you've never been before and you fancy doing some at the weekend, make sure you go and get a ticket because it's it's worth it. It's really good. And I'll be walking around with a microphone as well. I had the option of bringing my mobile studio I do have a marquee. If you're at Shropshire Kids Festival, you'd have seen that. I do have a mobile studio, but I wanted to roam with a mic. I left my lad there, Alfie, with me as well. So if you do see me walking about, come and say hello. I'm not going to bite. I'm not necessarily going to shove a mic in your face, but if you want to get a selfie, whatever, I'll be there. And if you are partaking in the food festival and you would like me to come and do an interview with you, drop me a message. I'm a friendly guy. So that's where we'll be. There's lots going on at the food festival, and then the next day I'm going to be at Comic Salopia. Need to have a drink. You see, this is weird, right? Because I don't usually sit and talk by myself. Usually, I've got a co-host or I'm interviewing someone, and you can ask when you've got like a cough or a tickle in the back of your throat. You can go, so what's your favorite color? And while they're answering it, you can go and get rid of that, you know. Or with your co-host, you can get them to fill up air while you do it. Anyway, so now that awkward bit's over. Yeah, Comic Salopia is back, and we have 3 local heroes. That's it says here that are going to be taking part in Comic Salopia. But there's so much more. But I feel like there's something I need to add a bit of context onto the 3 gentlemen you see on your screen here. On the left, you have Charlie Adlard, co-creator of The Walking Dead. In the middle there, you have Mike Perkins, who's recently just moved to Shrewsbury. He is the at the moment he's the artist for Swamp Thing, works for DC Comics, but he has worked on Marvel. He's worked on so much. He had a big role in Carnage, bringing Carnage out to the forefront. And the guy on the right there is John Wagner, and he's the co-creator of Judge Dredd. I've spoken to John Wagner before. We've had him on the show. He's a great guy, broad Scottish guy. And he's fantastic. I love him to bits. But there's so much more. Look at this list. This is just one of the. I mean, I appreciate that that's not in focus, and there's not much going. That's just the Sunday. That this is the Saturday. So there's so much to look at. So please go to the Comic Salopia. So comics, plural, Salopia. Look for them on Facebook. They have an app as well, and you can find all of the things. So it's mainly taking part in the castle, in the museum, in Cups Coffee as well, which is on the top of Castle Street, just there. It's a really nice place. I've interviewed there before. It's really nice. So Comics Salopia, get involved. Seriously, I know so many people are really excited about some of the guests that are taking place there. You got Lou Stringer, who's very famous. And on the you got who else do we have here? Dave Gibbons, he's very famous. Phil Morris, who's my good friend from the Biscuit, he's very excited about Dave Gibbons. He's going to be going there. Ange says, don't forget in Greenfields there's a charity litter pick and cake sale, community cake sale, and litter pick in aid of Shropshire epilepsy support. Oh, that's really nice, Ange. Make sure you're getting involved with that. I'm glad you told me about that, Ange. That's what this show's for. Here you go. We prove that the show it works. You can get in the comments and you can tell us about the things that's going on. You got going on. What else I've got? There's a few interviews that I'm organising at the moment. One of which is with Kerry at Bloom. I want to speak to her. But there's so much in the works at the moment. Of course. Oh, please say I uploaded the. Okay, let me just do this for a second. We are working on something at the moment that you guys won't be surprised on. If you know me personally, I've been talking about an awful lot, and that is of course Pod Aid. Pod Aid's back. And I'm very, very excited. Genuinely, I've got the hat on today. Look, my Pod Aid hat. It's one of the best things ever. I wasn't going to do it again because to organize something on the scale of Pod Aid, it takes a lot. It's a huge sacrifice because you don't ever stop working on it. Every single day is writing emails. Today I've been on the phone to Charles Denscom from Micro Videos. He's amazing. He helped us out with cameras last year. And he helps an awful lot of people around Shrewsbury and Shropshire. And him and Heather are just absolute heroes. Last year they gave us like a TV quality camera. So I rang him up today. I was like, yo, Charles, can you do the pod? He's absolutely. absolutely. Yeah. Please come and help yourself, and I'll help you. So he's going to give us a camera again. So thank you, Charles, so much. Micro videos are great. But yeah, we're also going to be doing a Love to Stay. We have our venue. We have our sponsors, our beautiful sponsors in Reach. Again, working with them. They did a great job last year. They made us look fantastic. So really looking forward to working with them. The guest list is nearly finished. I've got like 4 spots left. Very, very few left to go, and I'm waiting on a couple of people. So I'm very I don't want to go out there and start offering people loads of spaces because there isn't an awful lot there. So I'm waiting on a few people. I don't want to shout them out because there are a few people. Oh, what's going on there? There are a few people that might say yes, that are huge stars, but I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, it happens. Okay, so the charity Greenfields litter pick and cake sale is on Sunday at 11 a.m. in Greenfields. And what was I talking about? Yeah, Pod Aid. Yeah, honestly, I'm very excited about it. We are looking for sponsors though, and we are selling them at £100 for an hour. So what happens is we have 24-hour-long guests. So there's 24 slots for the whole 24 hours that we're going to be doing Pod Aid. And for every hour, I want to be like, hey guys, this hour is brought to you by Alex Whiteley. He is useless on a live podcast that he hasn't planned. I want to give people an hour to advertise. And don't get me wrong, right? It's not the biggest thing in the world, Pod Aid, but we still had a reach of thousands of people from all around the world, and of course, mostly locally. So there is a huge opportunity there for sponsorship. I made a thing here, and I'm sorry to Reach. Reach are going to be like, oh man, what are you doing that for? Because they are working on our details and our graphics and stuff. But so I made this, and it's probably not going to be in line with what they're making. So I'm sorry, but I need to move things. We're of course raising money for Lincoln Davis. They're a chosen charity. Last year we raised over £3,000 for them. And so if you want to get involved, you want to get your business, your charity, your event, your band, whatever it is, or if you just want to give us money to, like, all right, Dave, give us £100. Thank you, Dave. Dave is amazing. Look at his picture. We'll do that too. The Shrewsbury property page. They said hello. It's worth mentioning actually that we do have an episode out. I've got to be quick because I've got to meet with the guys for Inglorious Barstools in a minute. If I share my screen here, look, you can see that on Spotify we have the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Why Shrewsbury? This is the episode that I released on Monday. It's a really nice bit of audio, right, that I made with Andy Dawson, who is from the Shrewsbury property page. Who says hello there? Look. Right, there he is. And with the amazing Stan Sedman. If you've ever done a tour of the Shuts and Passages tour or the rooftop tour with Stan, you'll understand he is a great guy to speak to, an ex-mayor and editor and author of Shropshire, the Shrewsbury Review, Phil Gillam. I'll get rid of that. And we sat in the old market hall and we just talked about like what is so special about Shrewsbury. I mean, people don't understand. Like, I'm not from Shrewsbury. I'm not sitting here going, oh, this town's amazing for the sake of it. I genuinely think this town is very, very special, and this is me from an outside perspective. Andy Dawson is great. He works at Knockdeaton. He knows property, and he sees people coming to Shrewsbury from the outside all the time. And of course, Stan is the tour guy. Phil Gillam's lived here all his life, been the mayor, seen things, been a journalist here for X amount of years. So we wanted to talk about what makes Shrewsbury so desirable. Why is this place so special? So it's kind of like, we just bloated Shrewsbury up. If Shrewsbury was a person, his ego would have been head too big to get through the door. But we also talk about what Shrewsbury needs as well. It's kind of really constructive chat. So that was really good. And thank you to the Old Market Hall for letting us do that. So if you haven't seen that, you can find us obviously on Spotify, like I just shown you. We're also on Apple Podcasts, iTunes. We're all over the place. Captivate is our host though. So a host for a podcast is where you upload your audio and then you press post And then what that does, it sends it to a million different places. But it all comes from one spot, and one spot is Captivate. You can go to Captivate and listen to it there. If you click on the link on Facebook, it does just take you to the Captivate player there, which is good. And I want to give every week I want to give a special shout out, and I'm very conscious to share. I'll share the. What I'll do is I'll save the image. So again, I haven't planned for this show. It's very impromptu, but next week it will be planned. I want to give a special shout out every week to a person in particular. So if you know someone that deserves a shout out, definitely deserves for me to go, hey, well done, you did a great job. Please get in touch, send a picture. They don't even have to know about it, unless I don't want to get sued or anything. Yeah. But I want to give a shout out to Beefy Boys. I've read a really nice story about them. Burger store up on High Street in Shrewsbury and make the best burgers in the world. Good friends with Liam Tinsley, a chef there at Beefy Boys. But it's the story here is from Beefy Boys, where they had a parent contact them about their son, Freddie, who's a budding chef, and he attended the Shrewsbury branch for his birthday. He really wanted to be sat by the kitchen to see what the chefs get up to, but unfortunately, due to some larger bookings, we couldn't get him near it. So we invited him back a few weeks later to come into the kitchen and have a go cooking and building his own burger. The guys said Freddie smashed it, learned how to smash patties and make a burger from scratch. Well done, mate. I'm reading directly. This is, by the way, I'm not talking to me. Well done, mate. We wish you all the best in your career in gastronomy. And here is a picture of Freddie and the guys from Beefy Boys. That's really cool. It's nice to see a kid who knows what he wants to do at that age. When I was in school and my careers, what's the careers guy, the careers advisor, were like, okay, Alex, what do you want to do? And this is me, like, sort of 15 years old, about to leave school. I'm like, I don't know. If I know I could do this stuff behind the microphone, I'd have done that a while ago. Well done, Freddie. It's nice to know that and he got a t-shirt as well. I want a Beefy Boys. Send me I want a t-shirt. If I'm going to do this podcast stuff live, there's got to be perks to it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go. Make sure you tune in to the Shrewsbury Biscuit. If you like an episode, share it with your friends, and let people know who we are. If you're out and about this weekend, you'll see me at the food festival at Comic Salopia. It's free to walk around that event. Obviously, there'll be artists signing things and selling things, but it's free to. It's all through town. So if you do see me, come and say hello. I'm a friendly guy. I've got another comment coming through. And she says, it's great listening tonight. Great. And I'll release this as an audio as well. I will release this. It'd be nice to have I like this. I don't get to do this an awful lot with the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Usually got somebody else the other side of the mic. Find out about their life stories and stuff. This is kind of nice. It's like therapy. Again, we have, oh gosh, I forgot to mention this. All the stuff that I collected from the Bellevue Arts exhibition at Barnabas and the Hive. I'm going to smash that together because it is a day of art, of celebration, bringing people together, and it's actually got a really nice vibe to it. So those two events are going to go on the same podcast, and I think I'm going to try and, if I don't release that Friday, I'll try and get it out at the weekend. That's Moose. This, by the way, I've got to go because I've got another podcast to do. If you want to see me getting sweary and having a couple of beers, I'm going to be on Inglorious Bar Stools in about 20 minutes. That's my new show. Like I said, it's a place where everybody's welcome. It's a bit like going down the pub with your mates. We got talking points, we got games we play, but it's a very not safe for work. So if you're looking for something to do in 20 minutes, that's where I'll be. Thank you so much for listening today. If you've joined us, I appreciate there's not going to be many people watching because this is impromptu. It wasn't planned. There was no advertising for it. I just wanted to see if it works, and it did. I think it did. So, anyways, we will catch you next week. It'll be about, I think, 6 o'clock next week on a Wednesday, every Wednesday. And I'll catch you guys. I will catch you guys next week, and we'll have everything working properly as well. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.